Alright, my friends, for all of you who are undecided whether or not you should move or not, if you still live in New York City and or New York State, if you haven't decided to move, you're an idiot. Because I think, in my opinion, if you still live there, you're an idiot. Check this out. More reasons why you're an idiot if you still live in New York. New York rule change makes thousands of migrants eligible for cash payments. So, the city officials, once again, continuing to roll out the red carpet for all of these illegals. Rolling out the red carpet, giving them the red carpet treatment. They are loyalty. Check this out. All the while the city is handing out cash over fist. Is that the term? Check this out. The occupancy rate in New York City is abysmal. What does that mean in the long term? Play the clip, Johnny.
The occupancy rate of office spaces in New York City has been a topic of concern, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's some data on the situation. In the summer of 2022, the 1.7 million square foot office tower at 787 7th Avenue was less than 20% occupied. As of the first 5 months of 2023, employee office visits Tuesday through Thursday averaged 68% of 2019 levels. The numbers dropped on Mondays to 56% of what they were in 2019 and 37% on Fridays. A different metric called same-day comparison, which compares certain specific days such as the first Friday of April 2023 to the first Friday of April 2019, cited an even higher percentage of pre-pandemic attendance, 73%. The city's office market had a vacancy rate of 16%, while the sublease vacancy rate was 5% too. The 5 boroughs' average weekday office occupancy jumped to 46.1% between September 14 and Sept. 213. It's important to note that these numbers are subject to change as more companies adapt to hybrid work policies and the situation continues to evolve.
So what does that mean? Well, let's continue. We gotta continue.
The risk of office spaces in New York City defaulting on their leases and loans is a growing concern due to several factors. Decreased demand. With reduced demand for leasing office space and a complex environment to extend or refinance loans, default risks are mounting. Actual office use points to a further decrease in demand. Loan maturity. $16 billion loans backed by New York City commercial real estate are set to mature this year. This figure represents a 30% year-over-year increase. Landlord defaults. Over the past few months, property giants RXR, Columbia Property Trust, Brookfield Asset Management, and others have collectively defaulted on billions in commercial property loans. Bank risk. The effects of vacant office space could ripple through the economy because many buildings are financed through short-term loans from banks. If real estate firms are unable to make rent money from commercial tenants, they may default on their loans, increasing the risk for banks. Interest rates. Rising interest rates make it more difficult for commercial landlords and borrowers trying to refinance or extend their loans. If a landlord defaults, it could affect the quality and maintenance of office space, the rent, and the lease. However, the exact impact would depend on the specific circumstances of the default. It's important to note that these are potential risks and the actual outcome may vary. Please consult with a real estate professional for advice tailored to your specific situation.
So, in summary, what does all this mean? In my opinion, it means that New Yorkers are not working. They're not going into the offices. The occupancy rate is discombobulating. Hardly anyone in the offices. Therefore, what does that mean? If you are a gig app worker, you're in the delivery food service, you have nobody to deliver food to because those office spaces aren't being occupied and people are not working. They're not going into the office. They're working from home or doing alternative means of work. And, yeah, it's discombobulating. City's gonna eventually, at some point, in my opinion, is gonna implode. It's gonna discombobulate. It's gonna collapse. This crisis will eventually, in my opinion, will collapse New York City. And on top of all of that, New York City is spending billions of dollars on helping the illegals. Go figure. So in my opinion, if you still live in New York City and you live in New York State, if you still live in that area, you're an idiot. Because this is a never-ending crisis. They're going to continue to roll out their red carpet for these people. And you're going to end up having to flip the bill.